it just needs to be done. Because
Even
not all,
when I look at a purchase order, it will say, air handler, whatever, I know that's this building, but it doesn't say East Haven High School. Steam fitter for another place, where's that? Well, that's at the academy. Well, yeah,
Says so.
well, you know what? And, you know, it's on the first floor, it's on the second floor. It needs to be more specific, and maybe the building and maintenance, the way we break out our instructional supplies, we code it to the code of the school.
yeah.
So, you
The school
know,
should have a number, or?
every school has a number, so
Well-
just take that same maintenance line and carry it over into a 01, 02, 03, all the way down to 17 or whatever.
So if they got
The
15
same
trash
codes,
pails
so now
last
we
year,
could start,
they should get them this year.
we should start being able to break out, well, gee, you know what, it costs us an awful lot of money to run an X, Y, or Z school. Why? Well, that one, the boiler was never replaced, that school is older than this school, or whatever. But there needs some substantiation as to where we're going with what school.
Well, it's just
And,
like this place here,
It's
this
an
this
accountability
plan.
piece. I mean, we're doing it with the day-to-day instruction in our classroom teachers, so to
Maintenance is the
manage
same
12,
thing.
13 buildings is not a
What?
possible task
Why
to
was
find out
40,000
exactly what we're spending.
1,000 rolls of toilet tissue this year, and all of a sudden 5,000 in it.
Just take that same maintenance line and carry it over into a 01, 02, 03, all the way down to 17 or whatever.
So if they got
The
15
same
trash
codes,
pails
so now
last
we
year,
could start,
they should get them this year.
we should start being able to break out, well, gee, you know what, it costs us an awful lot of money to run an X, Y, or Z school. Why? Well, that one, the boiler was never replaced, that school is older than this school, or whatever. But there needs some substantiation as to where we're going with what school.
Well, it's just
And,
like this place here, this
It's an
this
accountability
plan.
piece. I mean, we're doing it with the day-to-day instruction in our classroom teachers, so to
Maintenance is the
manage
same
12,
way.
13 buildings is not a
Why?
possible task
Why
to
was
find out
40,000
exactly what we're spending.
1,000 rolls of toilet tissue this year, and all of a sudden 5,000 in it. Something like that.
Usually that,
It should be everything.
Just take for instance, the havoc in this building wall. Okay? To me, all right, and it might be like, you know, it might sound picky on to you, but with the amount of money we spend per year on havoc alone, to me warrants going out to bid just for that. You know what I mean? The maintenance and preventative maintenance of the havoc system in the school. With the amount of money we spend here, just on that
Frank,
alone.
that's a decision we make in subcommittee.
No, I'm
We just-
saying-
They do it. I mean, it's not.
I'm just putting it out
We need to
there.
do that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are things like, big item things like that are very expensive, fire testing, okay? It's mandatory that you fire test certain things here all the time. That's a lot of money that we see in the bills every time we approve the bills. All right, maybe it's time that you take those items and you say, okay, let's put them out to bid as just that. Because there are several fire testing services, there are several HVAC companies that can, you know, give us prices on managing the HVAC system, preventative maintenance, filters have to be changed, whatever those things are, what do you call them? Coils up in the roofs have to be checked every 6 months or
We
something.
hired somebody to do that. We have somebody on board to do that.
You did? Well, obviously, somewhere along the line, something got lost because we're getting,
Well, it's even having someone on board, I mean, board of ed.
Right,
Even if you hire one individual.
right.
there's nothing that they can do up there by themselves.
That's right, you need a company,
I mean,
because
we've
these are
already-
more than one man jobs.
Right, we've already conceded to that.
You know, you're gonna need a crew to maintain and take care of some of these large pieces of
You know,
equipment.
maybe he can take care of the smaller buildings, but this building itself warrants it going out to
I
bid.
agree.
You know
So,
what I mean?
can I make a suggestion? I would suggest that we go back out and be more aggressive and rebid on this. We have one bid, it's O&L, and as I'm sitting here and listening to several board members, I don't think there's several people here that doesn't want RL back,
No?
period. And we're sitting here right now, with our hands tied with one bid from OR&L, and no one else to even consider. And my question is, how aggressive did we advertise for this year? And I can't understand why we don't have more than one bid.
Ron, I think that's the nature of the beast when the bus contract went out to bid, they got one bid there, and the price went up $250,000.
12 people picked them up, and one submitted.
But I also think before we even go back out to bid, Ron, that we as a board should try to decipher what exactly we want to go out to bid for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's gotta be an ironclad thing, so
I think the
bid on it,
superintendent and the
top.
assistant superintendent should sit down and write the specs. I don't think they should come from the finance department. Am I correct, that's where the bids are coming from?
Joe?
Well, yeah.
I mean, who knows better this particular school than you two guys sitting here? What the needs are.
I don't want to write the specs. I
Oh,
don't
well,
understand.
You need to go get some information from.
I mean, in
such
order
as,
to-
what does it cost for a year to do HAVAC? What does it cost for fire
I think
safety?
now what
What does it cost for
If you only got
custodians?
one bid, it's maybe because the specs are scaring
I
people
think,
away.
see, my personal opinion is, these aren't specifications, these are just requests for proposal. And to me, being a layperson, it seems to me, if you want to put something out for bid, you have to say, I want this many square feet of floor cleaned, I want the walls cleaned 3 times a week, I want, and be specific about it. This way here, all of these 12 people or 9 people will have some interest, and they can say, okay, I know it's gonna cost me so many dollars to clean a floor this size 3 times a week. That's what they want. They want 2 custodians here all the time. They want the coils checked 4 times a year. I think you have to be specific.
These are RFPs, then,
Yeah.
they're not really even a bid.
I don't think they are.
So then, how do you have a bid opening on an RFP?
The other thing I get stuck on is I get stuck on
Now,
$1 million.
there were specifications on it.
And then you got Deer Run School over there. What do we spend on Deer Run?
That's not what was sent
There
out.
were specs?
Yes.
100,000?
Frank, do you have a copy of the actual bids that were sent out?
Right here.
I mean, did you see this
No,
one?
no, they say it's 150.
Yeah.
How could this school be 10 times more than that school?
Security,
It blows my mind.
that's cleaning, and this is.
It blows my mind.
I wonder if we saw the actual responses to these things, if they responded with specifics, that we could now glean from that to write the specs.
That's a good idea.
Because we don't have those here.
I don't know. I think we should have it spent out. Like, does anyone know what they do now?
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a contract.
yes. There's
we have a contract that explicitly
Yeah.
goes down.
But that
line
contract
by
doesn't mean,
But do they really do it?
they don't do
line.
half of it.
Right, I mean,
You know, and it was pointed out to me several times that, well, geez, you know, since that contract, we've asked him to do this, and we've had extra things here, and blah, 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 blah. So what are you trying to say to me? The contract's worth nothing? You know?
Since September, since Vanessa's been here, I know our Tony knows, they have a personal knowledge of it, but she has, I don't know if it's grown, but it was the last time I looked, maybe a couple of inches. I mean, these are requests that she's made, and they have not been followed up, and again and again. And not to micromanage what has or hasn't been done here, but stuff just has not been done.
And we know that by the bills.
So the point is, there is a contract for things to be done here. Can that even be streamlined more?